Yeah, they don't pick him up. That you can see right there. Just he was wide open, put it right down, offside for the goalie. His offside for a stick. Hardest position to get to for a
And
goalie.
yeah, for the youngsters out there shooting off stick
Or do you see that?
on a shot, that means the goalie has to make a save on the back side of his body, actually, from where his stick is. And we should be back to even strength now. That penalty release is on the goal. Summit controls the face-off, and they have it down in their offensive end.
Can't really figure out right now what Summit does in terms of formations, but it looks like a 2-2 or a 2-3-1. They nice ISO and another goal.
And that's Eddie Mag has scored the first 2 goals. It looks like he's got the hot hand early, and it's going to be up to CCD's defense to try to neutralize him. You know, I guess everybody looks at McKinney, but and we're going to get another look at that one.
This is just a broken play. He lines up, pulls back, comes in, just terrible defense. Didn't slide with the body and got right through and got an easy goal. There's not much CJ can do on that one.
Yeah.
It's point blank range.
Here we go with the next face-off. Ball still on the ground. And Summit comes up with another possession.
That's huge. Winning face-offs is a huge part of this game.
Wow. And Eddie Mag is on fire. Number 2 for Summit Country Day has scored the first 3 goals. He picked up that ground ball on the face-off and just took it right through the box. And
no one picked him up.
Yep, said he was going until they stopped me, and got a nice shot off, a nice bounce shot, and put it up in the upper corner. And here's another replay.
And no one picks him up. He just walks right through the middle. Guy picks him up at the last second, but didn't do anything. Didn't make contact on the stick. Nothing.
And a smart coach to keep a hot player on the field. He dropped him down to attack to get a breather.
Yep.
But he can still stay on the field and contribute on the offensive end.
Summit wins another one. That's 3 in a row, at least, maybe 4 on the face-offs, and that's huge because automatically you're on defense.
Yeah, the kid's learning the game, you know, to learn the art of facing off. I mean, what a difference it can make. And there's another goal by Summit. Eric McKinney, number 3. And that's going to make the score 4-0. Summit with 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the quarter.
That's actually 2 minutes and 52 seconds. The scoreboard doesn't read it very well. And another look at it. Pretty much just the isolation. Everybody cleared out of the way, took it in, went with his body, didn't get all of it, got through, got an easy shot. And bounce shots right now is killing CJ. He's not reading them very well, and they're scoring off it. And
you know, I would have to say in his defense that they're getting good shots too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the toughest shots to defend is a good hard bounce shot on a hard crease.
From 10 feet away.
Exactly.
From
exactly.
10 feet away. It's not too difficult to score. There's a lot of area to put that ball.
And I missed it, but I would think that CCD has called this timeout to try to solve this defensive problem that they have. I would think Coach Tuckman's probably chewing on them a little bit over there, telling them to.
From experience, I know. 4-0 right now, losing to Summit. He's not going to be very happy.
Exactly.
Would not be wanting to be in that huddle right now and being a defenseman.
Well, it's a game similar to others, I guess. If you took a 4-goal deficit in a hockey game, that's almost unsurmountable.
Correct.
Lacrosse, certainly you can come back, but the further you put yourself in the hole, you just have to play a different type of a game, and every aspect of the game becomes critical. You have to start making stops on the defensive end. You have to start picking up ground balls. You have to get it down on your offensive end and capitalize on it.
And at this level, ground balls is huge. Teams that control ground balls control the ball, control the tempo, which is huge at this level.
And Summit does control another face-off. and it's going to stay Summit going out of bounds off of Cincinnati Country Day.
Kind of different. No, it looks fine to me.
And Summit with the ball up top to Eddie Mag. Steps inside the box.
Someone's running a lot of things around the crease, but the ball is too far up top for them to get anything going. That was a nice
save.
ISO and saved by Fahrenkopf. Now it's a break.
Pass was off. He had the
Oh,
man.
wow. Oh, wow. That could have been dangerous for Summit. They collected the ball and got it down the field.
And the ball is up top to Eddie Mag for Summit. Works it around to John Carrillo. And that's Bobby Oakwood back to Carrillo. Nice check. Ball's on the ground. And it looks like CCD's defense is bearing down a little bit now.
Summit almost doesn't know what to do if they want to score or not. They finally took it in, but they were moving around, not knowing what they want to do with it. That sometimes happens when you have a leader like McKinney
I was just
who
gonna
runs
say,
the whole offense.
Number 3's off the field, so it's a little different picture with him off the field when he's your go-to man.
It's like Iverson for the 76ers.
Exactly.
He runs the show for you.
But I think McKinney practices most days, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
There's a minute left in the first quarter.
Another ISO situation. Nice save.
Goalie comes out and makes that save. And it goes up top. And
it's a nice clear by Adam Yokel. He just joined the program this year. Never played lacrosse before, never even seen a game.
There's an athlete.
Yeah, he picked up very well. He's improved dramatically since first day he walked out on the field.
Okay, there's 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Be nice to see him get a shot off here. There was a nice feed, but a nice check by Summit. And there's still 20 seconds left in the period.
Here comes McLean looking to ISO. Take it behind. He's got to look to pass it.
And there's a shot on a low angle, though. It's tough to stick that one in. 6 seconds in the quarter, so we'll have to look for a quick pass to the crease probably to get a shot off here.
Gonna have to move it.
And he does make a move and gets a shot off. And there's the end of the first quarter.
Score Summit Country Day 4, Cincinnati Country Day 0.
And I'd have to say at this point, compliments go out to Summit for coming out hot and coming out feisty in that first quarter. They were certainly more aggressive on the ground balls and won the majority of the face-offs. And like you said earlier, that puts you in your own end and you maintain possession, and it puts the pressure on your defense. And you know that can determine how many goals you're going to score in a quarter. So Brian, I know you're the middle school coach. Is your season over? Or?
Today was our last game. Yeah, we finished 7-6-1 for the season. One tie came to Summit earlier in the season.
And who won the state in your division?
I really don't even know. I honestly don't have the slightest clue. You know, with middle school, it's hard to follow teams.
Yeah.
It's not really, you know, it's nowhere on the internet. It's not really available to you. I didn't know many of the people's schedules, so I couldn't really scout them. And I'm by myself, so it's hard enough to run the program by yourself with no assistance or anything. But it was fun. It was my first season. You know, I'm only 20 years old, and just graduated from here 2 years ago, and been a part of the lacrosse program ever since it started. So
That's great. Keep
know a
it
few
up.
things about Country Day.
Well, there's a lot to be said for giving back to the game, and a lot of people don't understand how much dedication it takes to coach a team, no matter what level it is.
Dedication with very small pay.
And we got the second quarter starting with a face-off, and
Country-
CCD picks up the ball.
They run a long pole on the face-off, so they have to bring in the substitution. And right now they're running a lot of ISOs and getting double, triple teamed and not moving the ball.
There you go.
Oh,
We got a whistle.
my bad. I forgot the clock again. They said it's at 11:23, so I'm getting it down there.
Well, it's hard to really hold that against you. Maybe we can get someone up here to assist.
Anybody want to do scoreboard up here? I can't do those. Anybody? Hey, Craig. Come up here.
And pardon our technical difficulties, but we're going to iron that out and get somebody up here to run the clock so Brian can concentrate on his excellent commentary.
I try.
And we got CCD rolling around the crease. Tried to stick a shot in there, and it looks like Summit came up with the ball. And they're trying to clear back up the field. Intercepted.
Intercepted by Callan McMahon. I'm going to have to get it into the box here.
And there we go. It's in. And we got number 7 for CCD dodging here. Back up top to 16.
This is Jared Ward with the ball. He moves it down to Chase Shields. Chase is going to run it from X. Brings around, passes it to Jarrett. Nope. Picked up by Ackland, John Ackland, number 7. He slows it up. They aren't really moving their feet right now. And they aren't getting any shots, good shots right now. Here's Ian McLean with the ball. Taking it back to X again.
Good look.
Nice pass, nice save. It's a nice save by the Summit goalie.
Good save. That was a point-blank shot. And Summit's clearing the ball.
Another Gilman. That was a nice poke check.
And for those who don't know much about the game, I believe the Gilman is a slang term that was brought in by, I believe it was Sid Gilman, who was the football coach who kind of invented the pass. And so that's where that slang term came from. The Gilman just means a long pass.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have another timeout here. Stop and play with Summit still up 4-0 over Cincinnati Country Day. And we're glad you're here with us on ICRC Sports, the high school lacrosse game of the week.
It's the game of the week for both of these teams. Game of the year.
There you
Pretty
go.
much. If CCD wins this game, they will have one loss in Division III. Therefore, they will have the #1 spot in the tournament coming up. If they lose, my understanding is they're 4th. They would drop to 4th. I'm not sure what Summit would then be. I think Summit would get 1st. I believe each team has one loss in Division III. So this is pretty much for first place in the tournament coming up. I believe probably beginning of next week would be the first round for the opening teams, and the top 2 seeds get a bye, I believe.
So this game has meanings on many levels, not only a rivalry, but also state playoff implications. And there's a feed that goes off and does go out of bounds, so that will be a Cincinnati Country Day clear. And there's the whistle to start play. And it's back to the goalie, Fahrenkopf.
Made a nice pass to Jared Ward. Ward will take it himself. The midfield for Cincinnati Country Day right now is a young midfield, mostly freshmen and sophomores. McLean used to run it. He was the only junior. They don't have any seniors at the midfield. And looks like there's a penalty for something.
So now your strategy should be to go to the goal and get a good shot off, because you're going to get the ball on the shot and/or when you lose possession.
And not let the ball hit the ground like that. So,
I believe they called interference.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounded like interference, 30-second technical penalty. You know those calls better than I do. And someone's going to go into a 2-3 zone, most likely. Country Day likes the 2-3-1 offensive set. They're going to work it from X. They like to string it back and forth between the top and the bottom men.
A nice ball movement. And I think I could hear Coach Tuckman all the way up here shoot that one. Maybe one pass too many.
And now it's even, so they didn't get a good shot up. Nice. Goalie didn't even see it. That was a very nice pass from Ian McLean to Chase Shields.
And that makes the score 4-1. Summit still in the lead. And we'll get another look at this one. And really not much a goalie can do if you complete that pass right onto the crease.
He didn't even see it.
To be able to turn around and make a save on that is you have to be Superman practically to pull that one off. That was a nice feed from behind the cage for the Cincinnati Day attackman.
It's totally awesome. It's like fried pizza.
And Country Day, or CCD wins. Can't say Country Day because both are Country Days. Works it back to Chase Shields. He's going to move it around to Ian McLean here. McLean's going to do a face dodge. Another one. Turns his man. Another face dodge. Didn't really accomplish much, but got a lot of energy out.
Well, it looks like he'd like his attackman to move to the other side of the cage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, almost stuck that in. And almost again. A couple of shots, a couple nice opportunities there. It looks like he's either trying to draw for that attackman, for his man to leave him. And there's a pass.
Summit wins it.
Summit's got the ball down on their offensive end here. And that's Nick Hurt with the ball. And the pass goes wide, and CCD picks it up. And we have another flag. Looks like we might get a push with possession.
There was a push to the back, so.
Yeah, calling a technical on that one.
Yeah. So CCD has another 30-second penalty. Hopefully they get a shot this time. They moved the ball very well last time. Just didn't, they were too unselfish. Somebody's got to want to step up and shoot a goal. Ball moves back to Ian McLean again. Works it up top. Passing nicely again. Brought it to the crease. Chase couldn't follow through. They swarmed on him and not
They collapsed. Yeah, the D collapsed nicely on him. Put a nice check on him.
They're ready for it.
And that's kind of what I'm seeing. They need to maybe take that shot one pass sooner.
He attempted to that time, just dropped it.
And Summit brings the ball across and has it in their box.
CCD does a nice job of stopping that fast break. They could have gotten a nice 4-on-3 fast break, but hustled back and slowed it up.
And Nick Hurt with the ball. Back to Hurt.
Here's Mag with the ball. So we're looking around. Not really anybody's moving for him. Everybody's kind of standing around right now for Summit. Unlike the first period when they took a four-goal lead.
Well, I would think now that their defensive matchup, they're going to have a pretty hot defenseman on Mag for scoring the first 3 of the 4 goals in the first quarter. So you would think they're going to neutralize him. And he still wants the ISO, though.
He's definitely still trying to ISO. And Tugman did put his second-best defenseman on him. Ben Diesbach, he's a sophomore.
And number 5 with the move and a
Corolla.
shot. A save by Fahrenkopf. Summit retains possession.
I don't know.
And there's a penalty.
My guess would be a trip or a hold. I would think that'd be more along the lines of a hold than a trip. But he's given a minute for tripping. That was more of a hold. That should have been a 30-second technical.
That means Summit's going to be on the man up for a minute. We'll see if they can capitalize on this penalty.
Looks like they have a nice motion play here set up. A lot of cuts. It's a very nice shot.
They ripped that one right over the shoulder of Fahrenkopf.
They ran a series of cuts, and the top guy, the last guy through, it's wide open. No one picked him up. The whole CCD, here we go. They move it behind, work it around, and then there's a series of cuts right here. There's 2 cuts. Works it over, 2 more cuts. Back guy left wide open for the nice crank shot, and that you just can't. It's hard to stop a crank shot from 15 out. It was a nice play, a well-placed shot.
And here we go at the face-off with Summit up 5-1. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Summit controls another face-off.
I believe McKinney hasn't lost a face-off yet. And he's always been a good face-off midi for him.
And that's a stat that'll jump out and bite you.
Correct. It's not like in high school we don't really follow it that much, but it really is maybe the most important part of your team is to have a good face-off guy.
And it looks like we have a timeout for Summit. Yeah, if you have one of these face-off men that has 2 or 3 moves and nobody on the opposing team can figure it out, and you dominate 85–90% of the face-offs, there's no reason to lose a game.
Correct. That's very true. Been a part of many games where either we've dominated the game or we've gotten destroyed because didn't win any face-offs or won them all. And it's a big part of the game. And, you know, if you watch the college level, the teams that win the games are teams that control the ball, and the way they control the ball is win the face-offs.
Yeah, and when you get up to that level too, it's almost like a special team player practically. Those
Correct.
guys will face off, get the ball down on their offensive end, come off the field. The coach wants them to save his energy for every face-off, and how important that is when you have a top quality face-off man.
It's almost having a second goalie, keeping the ball away from your net, you know?
Yep. Controlling the ball, keeping it in your offensive end. And once again, those websites are ohsla.org and www.cincinnati or lacrosse.com. I'll get that right one of these days.
Looks like Mag is going to pick up the ball off the timeout. And Summit's in a 2-4 right now. This is Nick Hurt with the ball. I believe he's a senior. He's been around for a while. Summit has a lot of strong seniors this year. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with next year, because a lot of the leaders on this team are seniors. I played against most of them when I was here. They've improved every year.
Yeah, I think you'll certainly agree that it's the feeder programs you have, and now Summit is finally getting their middle school program together, and they're reaping the benefits from it. And we got CCD with a clear, bringing it down to their own end.
McLean's going to try to take him for a second. Nice stick check.
And laying a little lumber out there. Good checks, though. You can hear it stick to stick.
Oh,
knocked down by the goalie.
Almost had Chase wide open again. And Summit makes a nice clear.
And there's a Gilman going down the other end. That long pass. CCD will recover the ball. Nice body check. Pops the ball out, and Summit now has the ball, moving it. And it's loose on the crease.
Nice
almost.
save. That was
in.
amazing. That was one of the best saves I think I've ever seen him make. This is Jared Ward bringing it down. He needs to look up. There you go.
Yeah, that was certainly some poise shown by the CCD goalie, and now we might get a break out of this.
And there's a slash right there, movement. Missed the shot. But some guy ran right past Cambruzzi and hit him at the same time. Didn't come close to the stick. That's a minute slash. And I don't know what number it was.
Yeah, it looks like we have a little confusion on the field. In the refs' defense, it looks like they're going with only 2 refs tonight. So most high school varsity games, there are 3 refs. So these guys are earning their pay this evening.
Definitely are. It's hard to keep everything in track when there's only 2 of you.
And with 3 minutes left in the first half, it's 5-1 Summit. And, or excuse me, 2 minutes left in the first half.
The scoreboard lights are messed up, but we have it right here. It's 2:02 start time.
And CCD is going to be up for a minute, I believe. See if they can capitalize on this man up.
Good ball movement again. They no one wants a shot yet. We work it around to Ian. Ian looks, goes across, nice pass. The defenseman got a stick in the way. That was a nice defensive play. We got to clear it, and looks like McKinney's going to win another ground ball.
And the CCD goalie comes out and makes the play. Summit keeps possession with 1:13 left.
And CCD's man up right now. They're not double teaming very well. Not cutting off the adjacents. And now they're even.
Penalty release, and we go back to even strength. And there's an ISO up top. Saved by Fahrenkoff. And with under a minute to go, CCD is going to try to bring that ball upfield. And they do clear it.
Got to look up, hit the open man.
We got a loose ball down in the Summit defensive end. And we got a flag down. And I think we're going to get a slash on CCD. You could hear that helmet contact all the way up here.
Definitely could.
Okay, here's a replay.
Oh, wow. Right across the backside of the head. And some of the guys lucky he didn't get called for necessary roughness at the end. He was holding the ball and cross-checked the defenseman. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
And so with 20 seconds left, there's two theories here. Summit could try to hold the ball. That way they'll keep possession for the second half because they'll still be a man up, or they can work for a shot. It looks like they want to shoot. And they get the ball to McKinney with 10 seconds left in the half and pump in another goal, and that makes it 6-1 Summit. And I guess from my experience, I'll have to say that CCD is going to have to play a heck of a second half to get back in this game, being down 5 goals.
One thing they've been this season is a second half team. They don't show up for first halves a lot. It sometimes hurts them. You know, they get too far down and they can't come back, or and in some games they've come back from a big goal deficit. So this isn't new for CCD.
They've been there before, hey? Okay, and there's a shot to end the half. Would have counted if it went, but Ferenkov comes up with another save. And it's halftime now, and I believe we're going to show the senior night festivities that took place before the game. Ahead and take over here.
Okay, McLean's working it over to Cal Hinder. He works it back to Chase Shields. Brings it around, dropped the ball. Ward picked it up, should have shot it. Didn't even look. And that's what's hurting CCD right now. They're not shooting the ball. They're being too unselfish and dropping passes on the 8th, 9th basket. They're moving the ball quite nicely, just no one wants to take a shot right now.
Well, I remember talking to Coach Tuckman after last week's game, and he said, well, you know, last year I had to pull guys off the field because they shot too much. And he said, this year I'm pulling guys off the field because they won't shoot. So it's, you know, he needs to find some guys that got a nose for the goal, I guess you could say. That.
And this guy will take that shot. No, he didn't.
That was a good feed, though.
A nice defensive play on top of it to shut that down.
And we got a loose ball at the midfield. And it looks like
Summit's ball.
Out of bounds off of CCD. And Summit will take possession.
This bar right here is just...
And Summit moves it down into their offensive end. Goes back to John Carrillo. And working the ball around. That was a nice feed and a nice shot by Eddie Mag, who's had the hot hand tonight. I believe that's his 4th goal of the evening. And they've had a tough time containing that kid.
He's moving his feet, and he got open. Nice cut, nice pass, and nice finish. Not much Ferenkov can do on that. Defense needs to clamp the sticks whenever they run through the crease right there. I'm sure Tuckman's not very happy with that, because he was wide open right in front of the goal.
And we get another face-off with the score 7-1, Summit Country Day. And another face-off won by Summit Country Day. And I would certainly have to say that they're in that 80 to 90% face-off winning percentage right now.
They're controlling the ball on offense on top of it. They've made a lot of good plays so far. Gotten the open shots and been converting.
Well, when you control the ball, starting with the face-off, very nice check. That was a nice check, and we have a break. coming the other way for CCD. Let's see if they can capitalize. Nice little spin move.
Oh, and he dropped it.
That seems like that's been kind of the luck of CCD tonight. They're getting their opportunities, but they're losing the handle on the last pass and not getting the shot off.
So when they have the opportunity to shoot, they're dropping the passes that if they just catch and turn around and shoot it, they could score.
There's a move.
Here's Jared Ward. I don't know why they're not looking to shoot the ball. That was a crank by Kyle Hinman, and he's sophomore also, part of the sophomore midi group right now. He has a crank shot, and he knows how to use it. There's a goal. Nope, side of the goal. That was it.
Looks like we might have goalie interference.
I don't believe he had possession, but he might have seen it better than I could. The goal was in the way, but it didn't look like he ever had possession of the ball.
And Summit's going to clear the ball. They do get it up past midfield, down to their offensive end.
Someone's
inside the
got to
box.
pick him up. Wide open in front of the goal. Another save from point blank for Fahrenkopf.
And we just dumped the ball up top. And now it comes across on CCD's end.
And McLean gets possession.
Nice feed.
Nice pass. And that was Michael Moriarty. He's a sophomore also. And there's a snag. Right back to him.
Got a little end-to-end action going right now. Loose ball on the Summit defensive end.
That was a nice scoop out to Ian. Jared Ward knew that Ian would be out there and just knocked it out to him. When you got two long poles on you, it's hard to pick up the ball. He simply got it to the open man off the ground. And Ian's trying to do something. He can't get past who's that, Roth for Summit, number 7. Jeff Roth, he's a senior. He used to guard me when I played, so he definitely knows how to play. He's improved over the years. Part of the senior class for Summit.
Yeah, I think you're right that that CCD really needs to start looking for shots. You know, it's still early. Well, down within that 5-minute mark, and they need to start putting some shots in. There's a shot. Nice.
A little bit too far out for a nice clean shot. McKinney was on him and just went wide or high. And another dropped missed opportunity for CCD to score. This is Hinman again, over to Ward. He's going to move it back to Ian. Looks like Ian's going to run another ISO. Got him
There's
open.
a shot.
There we go. There's a goal by Jared Ward, assist Ian McLean. And here's another look at it. Ian he recognizes the double, gets rid of it, and Jared finishes. And the goalie missed it by an inch. If he would have dropped the stick a second earlier, he would have had that. It's a nice shot and a nice play by the CCD. And this is a big face-off. If McKinney wins this, it's once again going to get it on the offensive end, and it'll slow down the momentum. You know, one goal for in Lacrosse, just getting one.
My goodness, and
get you going.
He didn't even pull that out. He just almost picked it right up. That was a great face-off.
Here's Mag again.
Gets past the first man. Shot saved by Fahrenkopf.
Now they're
Another save.
shooting it straight down to CJ's feet every time, and CJ's picking up on that. That was good defense by Yokel, and caused them to drop the ball out of bounds.
And that's going to be one of the keys is Fahrenkopf coming up big here in the second half to get him back in the game. CCD was able to answer with a goal, and you know they got a couple of goals now. And if Fahrenkopf can they certainly do have a shot at getting back in this one. Score 7-2, Summit.
So clear. And that would be a loose ball push. And the ref caught it. Goes back to the CCD. Pinion's going to start out with it up top. They should work the ball around here, hopefully. Work it around, get some rhythm going. Looks like Kyle's going to wind up and take a shot. It looks like it stuck to his stick and went wide. But at least they're shooting. And that's going to help them.
Exactly.
That's going to help them.
You can't score if you don't shoot.
Correct. And that was a nice save by the goalie. And
intercepted. CCD has the ball. Nice check. Looks like he should have made the pass there. He made one move too many.
And right now there's a scrum on and someone pulls it away.
And we got a loose ball down in the Summit offensive end, and they're going to get possession. We have a whistle and a timeout for Summit with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Summit Country Day up 7-2 over Cincinnati Country Day. And I'd like to take this time right now to thank ICRC Sports for broadcasting the high school lacrosse game of the week, and especially Tim Newman, the producer director. And on cameras tonight we have Christina Schlehoff, Jimmy Bunning, Mike Lyons, and Sarah Marlowe. Excuse me. Thanks, guys, for putting this on for us. And if you want to catch this game again, it'll be replayed on Wednesday, the 22nd at 8 p.m., Channel 24. Thursday, the 23rd at 2 p.m. on Channel 4. And then Friday, the 24th at 9 p.m. on Channel 4. And then Sunday, the 26th at 5:30 p.m. on Channel 24. And you can reach ICRC at 772-4272. And I guess most people that would be tuning into this game also know that this weekend is the NCAA Final Four. So if you want to see some great lacrosse, I believe it would be on ESPN2 if I'm not mistaken. And I think the first game's on at 11:30 on Saturday, followed by the second game, and that's in Division I. And then I believe the Division II and Division III championships are shown on Sunday, and then the Division I championship will be shown on that Monday.
And that's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, that's the highest level of lacrosse you'll ever get to see.
You get to watch the best players with the best coaches. The formations and the ball movement they have, it's the best lacrosse to watch. And shot wide by Chase Shields. Jared made a nice look there, waited for the defender to come up and hit Chase, and Chase caught the ball this time.
There's a man open up top. And he shoots it wide.
Looks like it's stuck in his stick.
And it looks like the Summit D-man took the brunt of that shot. He's kind of hopping around a little bit. That ball on a cold night's going to sting if it hits you.
For those that aren't familiar with lacrosse, the lacrosse ball is a cement core with a rubber exterior. Not a whole lot of fun to get hit by on bare skin, and on a cold night, like it is right now, it turns colors a little bit faster. And that was a nice body check by Johnny Ackland. It's not easy getting the ball out of McKinney's stick. That was a good defensive play right there.
And you can hear the crowd trying to get CCD into this game. Once again, this is senior night for them. The last home game the seniors will play in the regular season on this field. And there's a nice feed and shot. Good save by the goalie. Good save by the Summit goalie. And that's Ryan Maloney in the cage, and I'd have to say he's played a good game.
Played tough. The shots that Country Day has put on goal, he's defended well.
And it looks like we have a...
Might have gone out of bounds.
Out of bounds, okay. And that's CCD's ball.
This is McLean. He's running another ISO. Takes a shot. Another nice save. And CCD retains possession. Bring it back down. Is Ward with the ball. Looks over to Hinton. Over to McMahon, to McLean. They're moving it fast.
And for McLean being CCD's gun, it looks like Summit's done a good job of containing him.
They've doubled well. Right there, they Ackland.
Nice check.
That was a nice body check.
It looks like CCD's cranking up the intensity a little bit. There's a loose ball on the crease. Danger. Oh! Nice job by Summit's defenseman, Johnny Steinman. It comes into the goal to save that trickler from rolling in.
And the pass goes through the goalie, goes through his legs again, and they jump on it.
Woo!
Oh, that could have been a heartbreaker for Summit to let one of those in. And McLean comes again. That was a nice stick check.
And Summit's clearing the ball up the field, intercepted. Loose ball up near the midfield. Looks like we got a push from behind. Push from behind on Summit. CCD will get the possession.
There actually haven't been many of those so far. One thing I know the other coaches that when we play, we always joke about how it's pushing in the back is called a lot, and today both teams have been playing well. Not going for pushing in the backs and everything.
Well, it's a credit to the refs too. A good ref is gonna talk a player through a loose ball situation, and it lets the player know that the ref is there and he sees what's going on, and he'll even remind him, don't push from behind, watch the push, keep your checks down, stay in control, etc. And a lot of times that does keep a kid out of trouble. And
Somebody coming back.
yeah,
Fast break.
possible break here. Can't complete the pass. And a loose ball. CCD picks it up. Loose ball at the midfield. And we could have a break
We
here
have another fast break.
for CCD. There it is.
No one backing it up. Goalie gets it.
And once again, it's the man closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot. And there was nobody for CCD behind the cage backing up the shot. So the goalie alertly ran that one out and got the possession for Summit. There's a long pass, intercepted. And there's a shot. And the goalie's going to get that one again. Yeah, that's hustling by the goalie.
Ryan Maloney. Yeah, he's a big guy, but he can move. And another errant pass by McKinney. Not sure what he's trying to accomplish by throwing it just down the field. Hasn't come close to a Summit player yet on this passes. That was another nice save by Maloney. He's having a good game.
And we got a 2-on-1 ground ball here, so CCD should pick that up, which they do. And that's the end of the third quarter. Score 7-2. Summit Country Day ahead of CCD. And once again, anybody interested in finding out about either youth organizations all the way up to the men's club level, you can go to website ohsla.org or www.cincylax.com. And once again, I'd like to thank ICRC Sports for broadcasting the high school lacrosse game of the week. I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm glad Brian McPhee is with me.
You're welcome, and thank you, ICRC, for letting me do this. It's been fun. We got one more quarter left.
Well, and I think especially for a coach, any perspective you get on a game is something you learn from. I've figured that out from officiating. It gives you a different look to the game. So sitting up here in the booth is another look, and this is a sport that you're always going to learn with. And there's CCD's huddle there for the fourth quarter, and hopefully he had some inspiration for him, and these guys can get back in this ball game. The score is 7-2. They have certainly have a hill to climb.
Looks like Cambruzzi and is that Mag? We're going to run the face-off here. Mag and McKinney have been winning majority of the face-offs so far, and that's kept Country Day off, or CCD off the offensive end, and kept them with a nice 5-goal lead right now.
Certainly not insurmountable, but you would have to think that CCD is going to have to play practically a perfect fourth quarter to pull this one out.
Here's another fast break. Nice passing.
Fahrenkopf comes out of the cage, realizes that, and actually becomes another defenseman by stepping out of the cage to make that body check and break up the pass.
And too low of a pass there.
And we got a loose ball down on the CCD defensive end. Let's see if they can get it clear out of this. And the ball's still loose.
It looks like it's off Summit stick. It'll be CCD's ball. And Ben Diesbach, he's also a sophomore. He started last year as a freshman. He's been a big impact, instant impact player for Country Day, for CCD. That was a bad pass.
And a loose ball, CCD, down in CCD's end, still loose.
And CCD picks it up.
And if this is the money man, now is his time.
He definitely has to step it up and start scoring.
There's a move coming right there.
And there's a goal. That's what they needed.
You could see that sort of an unsettled situation. And with him coming down the side there, realizing he only had one man to beat to get to the goal, took his time and was patient, and really didn't do anything too flashy, just used his body. And we'll get a chance to look at this one again.
This
Go ahead and take it, Brian.
This is prototypical Ian McLean. He doesn't really do much. He just does a little fake, comes around, pulls it, uses his strength, and avoids the goalie and scores. There wasn't, you know, that's bringing the ball down the field and taking it straight to the goal and trying to put it in. And that's Ian McLean. He not a very flashy player, but a very good, skilled player. And McKinney looks like he's going to win another face-off for Summit. A deflected pass. And it goes back to Fahrenkopf. And it looks like interference with the keeper. And it'll be Country Day's ball at that field line.
And they're going to get a free clear out of that. Looks like that strategy might pay off on the face-off, so they put that long stick on Summit's face-off midi and at least tied him up a little more, and they had a better chance of winning that face-off.
The other wing, Ward, he needs to start winning those ground balls, getting to the ball and getting a mix, because right now McKinney's just walking away with the ball every time. And here's Chase Shields looking for another shot. Looks like he missed wide. Ball's going to stay in. This is McLean.
And there's 9:40 left in the fourth quarter.
McLean is looking around. He doesn't do many moves. He just
You can see he's strong, though. He can absorb a check, and he just has a good feel for where the goal is.
And here's Ward that picks up the ball. Works it down to Ian again. Ian's just going to overtake it and goes off the side of the net.
Behind the goal.
Yep. There's a scrum in the middle here.
And it does look like CCD has more intensity in this fourth quarter, and that's a nice little move by the midi.
By Jared Ward. Let's bring it in, looks. Bad pass. Off of the, looks like McLean retains possession. Goal. That was a nice look from McLean to Kyle Hidden. And we're now down to a 3-goal game. Starting to get interesting.
CCD's creeping back into it. And I can feel it that here we go with another replay.
And the errant pass, goalie couldn't pick it up. Ian, realizing the goalie's out of the gauge, quickly got it up. And Kyle just snuck it low. Looked like it might have even gone between his legs.
But I can kind of feel the intensity shifting a little bit. It looks like CCD's getting to more ground balls. Almost like they have a little more fire in their tank right now. But another face-off won by Summit.
By Mag. Or not by, that's actually Carrillo.
John Carrillo, correct.
I've been calling him Mag on, I think Mag used to be number 5. That's where I'm coming up with that. And Summit retains possession. Here's McKinney, he's a senior star.
That was a nice check by CCD.
Okay, Bruzy, he's also a star. There's a bad pass. Can't throw it to the middle of the field. Is this Hurt coming around with the ball?
I need to catch a number here. 16.
He used to be their goalie. He now plays attack for him. And errant pass, ground ball.
And we got a loose ball down on the CCD offensive end.
And looks like McLean's going to win this one. Woo! That was close.
Tiptoeing on that line.
Wow. Picked it up right before it went out of bounds. Nice timing.
Nice move.
That was a nice little move.
Oh, he had the right idea because the man was coming to him.
That's what Ian likes to do. He likes to draw and dump. Some games he draws and scores, and other games he gets a lot of assists. Here's another Gilman. And looks like TJ is going to come out and get this one.
Correct.
And that would be a cross check, most likely. He didn't do much in terms of
Fahrenkopf's a big critter, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's going to take a
knock
lot more
him
than
down.
that. Yeah. I struggle, and I'm a 240, 6'3", so you know he's a big guy. He benches like 270 or something like that, and he's got some wheels. He's worked on getting some speed so that he can take it out of the goal, because at the college level the goalies are more mobile than they are in the high school level.
So that's going to put CCD up for a minute on an illegal body check. And let's see if they can capitalize on this man-up situation. Patience and moving the ball.
Oh,
there's a good shot.
Clinton picks it up again.
Stays in bounds.
He goes up top to Jared Ward, who drops it, and Summit is trying to pick up the ball. CCD retains. They might be able to get a little uneven going. Unsettled play. Oh, another drop pass. And CJ didn't come out for this one. Could have.
And it's back to the goalie, Fahrenkoff.
And
clear.
10 seconds is closing in. Okay. Cambruzzi looks up. Oh. Hendon forced that pass.
And that's going to be a loose ball push on CCD. And that's going to go to Summit. A lot of times those guys get up near that midfield line, and of course if you're an attack and a defenseman, you can't step across the line, and you're so intent on getting the ball that it's easy to get pushed over the line, and that's exactly what that call was.
Ooh.
Shot absorbed by the midfielder of CCD.
Those don't feel good. It looked like it might have hit his
glove,
padding, his glove, which at certain angles you won't even feel it. Someone retains possession, moving the ball again.
Yeah, I like to say to when people say it's a pretty violent sport, and I say, well,
it's controlled violence.
Yeah, but when you're in the game and the action's going on, you don't really feel it.
Yeah.
It's after the game when you go home and take a little inventory. That's when you notice the slashes, and you notice the if you absorbed a shot. That's when you feel it. Yeah. But during the intensity end of the game, you usually don't feel it.
Looks like Summit called a timeout to retain possession.
Okay, with 4:45 left in the game, Summit still has the lead at 7-4 over Cincinnati Country Day. And once again, I'm here with Brian McPhee, and this is Greg Cardell, and we're on ICRC Sports. And while we have the time, we may as well thank Tim Newman, the producer-director again, and our cameramen and camera women, Christina Schlehoff, Jimmy Bunning, Mike Lyons, and Sarah Marlowe. Thanks, guys. And gals. And CCD breaks the huddle here. And you can hear the crowd that's here on senior night for the CCD men's varsity lacrosse team.
There's a good 200 people here, looks like. Got some fans lining the fences throughout here.
The way they're wrapped up, you almost think this is a football game they're watching.
Yeah.
It's a chilly night for this time of year.
Up here in the booth is cold. Didn't bring a jacket with me. And this is huge for Summit. If they retain possession, they kill a lot of clock, give CCD less time to come back. It's 3 goals can be scored in under a minute, and 3 goals can never happen.
Exactly. If they can keep possession and even take shots, as long as they have good backup behind the cage, and can retain possession on their shots.
Summer's doing a nice job of keeping possession here. Almost lost it. Ball's now on the ground. And Diesbach couldn't control it.
So that'll go back over to Summit. Off the stick of CCD with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
ICRC Sports 2001. High school hoops 2000.
And that's Mag making a move. Ball trickles behind the cage. Knocked down by CCD. And
looks like a timeout called by CCD. Tugman wants to get his offensive middies in so they can clear the ball. This is huge to get the ball on the offensive end.
yeah, if they can get it down there to their offensive side of the field and score pretty quickly and have 3 minutes left and be down 2 goals, then it's certainly attainable for them to come back and take it. But they can't. They don't really have a lot of time to mess around. Every possession is critical for them right now.
Right now, Tugman's not even talking to his team, so not sure what he's discussing with them. Knowing Tugman, he does that a lot, so.
At this point, he might be also checking to see how many timeouts he has left, and just exactly, you know, he might be trying to put a seed in the refs here on a player that he sees maybe checking illegally or anything like that, anything to help his team gain an advantage here. And this is high school lacrosse game of the week on ICRC Sports. CCD is going to start with possession down on their defensive end with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left, down 3 goals.
Uh, 3 minutes and 28 seconds. There is.
And one more pass and they have a clear. That's not what they were looking for. He does keep possession.
If there's anyone for going for a ground ball for Country Day, if they want someone going, it's Ian McLean. He understands the game in every way, shape, and form. And there's another goal. And now it's a 2-goal game with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go.
And getting the ball to the money man, and he's feeling it. And it's his time.
And he can put a couple together in a row. And here he comes up with the ground ball. Like I said earlier, there's no one better on the team at picking up ground balls, and he takes it back behind, brings it back around. Simply just does a nice fake and shot.
Now is he a senior?
He's a junior.
Junior.
He is a junior.
Wow.
He's going to be around for 1 more year. He's a very, very skilled athlete. He's also a brilliant student. He's top of his class, I believe. He's going to be vice president of the upper school next year. He's a smart kid, and he is even a smarter lacrosse player. And that was a huge win on the face-off right there for Summit. They once again retain possession.
And we have a flag down. It looks like CCD is going to go down a man.
I didn't see anything wrong with that, but here's a replay.
It looks like, yeah, they're going to give a push from behind with possession.
That'll be a 30-second technical, I believe.
Yep. That's a timing play. You know, the kid certainly wasn't trying to hurt him. He was coming with a body check, and maybe if he was delayed another half second, that kid would have turned enough, and that would have been a legal check. But overall, there's nothing wrong with that play. You know, if the kid catches the ball and
Right.
takes the shot, it's probably going to be a goal. So
I'm sure Tugman right now is not mad at him. He's just saying, telling him to, you know, next time get a better angle to hit the front side of him instead of the back side. You know, but definitely if there's a penalty you get, that's not a bad one, because you know, he had a wide open opportunity for a goal if that hit wasn't made. And now they're going to have to rely on their man down defense here.
and Mr. Fahrenkopf to come up one time, it looks like. This is only a 30-second penalty.
And here's a shot.
And Fahrenkopf does come up with a big save. I couldn't even see that ball. That was moving. And down to CCD, and you can just feel the momentum kind of
And
shifting
that should
their
be
way.
a slash right there. And looks like Jared Ward is going to slow it up, pop it back out.
And we're back to full strength. That's why CCD slowed up there for
They also have 4 defensemen on right now, and they're just now getting their offensive players on the field. Or they're not. They are a man down right now, and yet getting a shot off.
and the ball
It's
stays
McLean
in.
who shot
What a
that.
hustle. That was great.
He hustled all the way to the ball. And that should be a push on Gray.
Okay, the refs confer and make the right call on that. And CCD has the ball in front of the crease.
And another goal. It's now a 1-goal game. That was huge. No one. It looked like no one picked up Chase Shields there.
And
the
there's 1
crowd's
minute
getting
and
rowdy.
33 seconds left, and it's a 1-goal difference. And you can just feel the momentum, I think, almost from the start of the 4th quarter that CCD had put a fire underneath themselves, and they've gotten back in this ball game. A lot of credit goes to them for gutting it out and getting back into this game.
That simply just was a breakdown on Summit's part. They didn't pick up Chase on the crease, and Ian recognized it and instantly threw it up to him and got the shot off and scored. There's a nice stick check.
And with that long stick on the face-off, I think it has helped them on the face-offs. And it looks like that ball went off a CCD stick, so it's going to go Summit's way. Once again, a 1-goal lead for Summit Country Day. A minute, 17 seconds left in the game. Now, of course, Summit has to get it in the box and keep it in the box.
Keep it in the box.
A minute, 4 seconds left. Summit keeps possession.
And the entire atmosphere of this place right now is on edge.
And there's a move and a goal.
And there's the senior Eric McKinney coming up big.
And now we're back to a 2-goal deficit for CCD with just under a minute left to play. And being dubbed the fastest game on 2 feet, you can see how quickly you can score. And we got a face-off. We got a short stick back out there for CCD. Let's see if CCD can pull out one here. Does go back their way. Can they come up with the ground ball? And there's a man ball. Ball's up in the air. Controlled by CCD. Taken across.
And
Down to the
give
box.
it to McLean, to Ward, and he drops it. That was big.
30 seconds left in the game. And we have a Gilman down to the Summit offensive end. 23 seconds left in the game. And CCD Gilman's intercepted by Summit. Inside the box, pass, shot, and a goal by number 2, Eddie Magg, who since early on has had the hot hand. I'm not exactly sure how many goals he scored tonight. I would think probably 5.
I believe so.
So he's played a whale of a ball game.
And that was the nail in the coffin.
With 11 seconds left. And we get a replay on that.
It was a nice look.
Feed all the way across and a great bounce shot. I mean, those crank shots up in the upper corner look pretty, but there's nothing better than a good hard bounce shot to beat a goalie. And with 11 seconds left, it looks like Summit is going to take this one home. A little confusion on the field.
I'm not seeing two more attackmen for Summit. They forgot all their players, and that's a delay game.
And once again, we'd like to thank ICRC Sports for broadcasting this high school game of the week. And 6 seconds left. There's a shot by the defensive midi, excuse me. And CCD will keep the ball, running that shot out. And there's the horn to end the game. And big win for the Summit Country Day program. And once again, I'd like to thank ICRC Sports for broadcasting this game, and Brian McPhee for helping me out on the commentary. And, I guess right now we have to look forward to the state playoffs coming up starting next week.
It's going to be interesting.